Shin. Mm, I hope everyone can see it. I'm enabling the chat, so in case if you have any questions, please feel free to post the questions and I'll answer all those questions at the end. Right, so again, right, for 5 minutes, I'll quickly review what we discussed last week and then I'll go with the new strategies. So, this AI trading bots, artificial intelligence bots, basically will transform the way we trade, right? Because we trade with a lot of emotions and lot of stress. The bots will help us to reduce the risk and spend the time. Uh, Again, initial for few days, few weeks, you may have to take time to understand. But once you get the logic, then it makes your job easy, right? Your trading, you can delegate to the bots. If you know which algo to enable, which parameters to enable, or which time frame to enable, then it makes the job easy. Until that time, you feel it like Latin and Greek. You feel like, oh, why am I making losses, right? But once you understand that, oh, if this is the type of day, then I have to use this one. Okay, then you will get it. So again, these bots are easy to set up. Just it takes, right, once you have a Ninja Trader software, it takes less than 2 minutes to set up the bots. We already discussed about Spectrum Algo, right, which is a scalping algo. Whenever you have a buy signal on a SIM account, right? Generally, during US hours, we use 5 minutes Aikanashi. During non-US hours, we use US hours means I mean to say 8:30 Central to 3 Central. Generally, that is the US hours. Uh, Let me see if anyone has, if it can any everyone's. Oh, you are not seeing the screen. Mm, sorry. No, I think you should be able to see it. Right, yeah, I was just sharing, right? I was just reviewing like what we discussed last week. And then, right, we discussed about spectrum algo, which is a scalping algo. So basically, what the scalping algo will do, it will help us to quickly take profits, right? There might be 40 to 50 transactions per day. But to use this algo, the tips we need to follow is always enable this algo on a SIM account. So one SIM account, what do you mean by SIM account? It is like a paper account which comes with NinjaTrader. So you are not using your prop firm accounts like EA accounts or PA accounts. You are not using your individual accounts. You are using a SIM account. And once a trade happens in a SIM account, then basically you will enable it on the on your EA or PA or your other accounts, right? Because SIM account is like a dummy account, so there is no risk with it. So first you want to see once the trade happens, right? Whenever there is a buy, then generally there will be some, it will move some 10 points, right? If we NQ, it may move 20, 25 points. If it is ES, it may move some 5 to 6 points. Or whenever there is a sell, in the same way, they will come down 10, 20 points for NQ, some 4, 5 points for ES. What you will do is whenever first you will take a trade on the SIM account and then immediately you will enable it on the on your uh, Apex accounts or your individual accounts. Generally, this algo will take for every candle, it takes a buy and sell. That means if you are giving a small TP like, okay, this 10 ticks or like 3 or 4 points for ES, some 12 ticks or 16 ticks for NQ, then every candle it takes that 16 ticks, right? If you are using 5 minutes, maybe you may give 40 ticks as your target. In that 5 minutes, if it completes that 40 ticks, then in the next candle, again it takes a buy. Again, it gives you the profit. Again, next candle, it takes a buy. So that is how the spectrum algo will work, where it will take multiple transactions, multiple trades in the same direction. Again, whenever sell happens, again it will take multiple sell transactions, multiple sell trades. For every trade, every candle, there is a trade. Again, it takes the profit. Again, in the next candle, again one more sell. Like that, Right, you can make gains multiple times, and if you have a daily target profit, like, okay, I want to make $250, or whenever NQ gives a buy or sell, it is easy. Generally it will move 10 to 20 points. I am happy if I make $200 per day. Then you can basically generate that $200 and done for the day. Right, so that is how your spectrum algo last week we discussed. Always you use on a sim account first, and right, you will, in the drop down, you will select sim account. Whenever you see a buy signal, immediately now you change from the sim account to the apex account. So whenever next candle it takes a trade, you will have, right, it will take the trade, and on your apex or personal accounts, and it will make gains for you. So we saw, right, how to define the parameters, all those things last time. And then we also discussed about Wealthium. What is this Wealthium algo? It is like a low risk strategy with around 97-96% success. Now, especially Europe hours. If it takes a bullish trade, then, right, if there is a bullish momentum during Europe hours, and if it takes a trade, then generally 97, right, for ES it is nearly 100% success. For NQ it is nearly 96% success. So overall 97 to 98% success. But trade may not happen every day if there is a lot of bearish momentum in the market, right? For example, last 3-4 days it is completely bearish, so we didn't have any trades. But whenever it takes a trade, generally it will be, we can make money with the Wealthium, which is a low risk strategy. You won't make huge money. You may make $50, $100, but once you gain confidence, you can always increase the quantity, right? With one contract you can make 50. Apex type of companies will allow you up to 10 contracts. So you can, once you make money with one contract, then you increase to two, then you increase it to three, then you increase to four. Like that, you can, with the same algo, again, it will be running during the Europe hours. So while you are sleeping, it has a potential to make you money while you are sleeping. By the time you get up, if there is a bullish momentum during the Europe hours, right, Europe power hours, which is generally 2 to 3 central, or 2 to 3 Eastern, or 1 to 2 Central. During that time, Europe market will open, and if there is a bullish momentum, then it will take a trade and it will give profits. So that is what we discussed about Wealthium algo last week. Right? There are multiple parameters, multiple strategies, how we have to use. We discussed all those things. Then let us discuss about one more very important algo, which is called momentum algo. Right? What is this momentum algo? So again, any algo, right, they will make lot of money when there is a momentum in the market. If market is flat, if it is choppy, just moving up and down, we cannot make gains. But if there is momentum, or if there is some, right, there should be some good news or there should be bad news, right? It is not that only if market is moving up we can make money. Especially in futures or even in stocks, you can make money on both the sides. If market is going up, we can make money, or if market is going down also, we can make money. To make money, there should be some momentum, there should be some movement, right? It should move up or it should move down. But if it is just going in a sideways market, what do you mean by sideways? Just choppy market, go some 3-4 points up, 3-4 points down, 3-4 points up, 3-4 points down. That is where no algo or no analyst or no manual trading can make money, because there is no direction, there is no, right, only if you have a upside momentum or downside momentum, either we can make money with manual trading, or algos can make a lot of money, right? Algos will do much better when there is momentum, right? Humans, we can do better when there is choppy. For example, you see that, oh, it is just going in a range market, right? It is just moving some 4 points up, 4 points down, 4 points up. Okay, next time you know that, oh, it is going here, there is a resistance, it is coming here, there is a support. Okay, whenever it comes to the support, you buy. Whenever you go, it goes to the resistance, you sell. Or you use the neutral strategy, right? Okay, buy some NQs, short some MNQs. When it goes up, you sell the NQs long. When it comes down, you sell the MNQ short. Like that, you can use neutral strategy or different things. So humans can do, right? Analysts or humans, experienced traders can do better when it is a choppy market, because algos are, right, they are not, they don't have, right, they basically, we are coding the software, and they work better when there is a direction in the market, whether market is going completely up or completely down. These algos will make a lot of money. So this momentum algo is the best algo when there is some news, right? When there is some event. For example, you have FOMC or you have PPA reports, you have CPI, you have job reports, you have ADP reports, you have right. For example, today we have GDP report. Right, GDP came so much no, better, right? Even though the jobless claims was negative, or it is a good news for market, but GDP reports came much more better than expected. That means, right, the Fed may increase more hikes. So market went further down. So when you have such, today we had multiple news. So these type of days, right, whenever generally at 7:30 a.m. Central, you will have these type of events, right? Nearly out of 20 days, minimum 10 days, we will have some event or other. So whenever you have such type of things, market based on the news, market can suddenly move up or market can go down. Right, today we saw that nearly NQ went down 300 points. Right, at the end of the day, again it started going up, but 300 400 points down because of the GDP news. So if you use scalping algos or right, like spectrum, if it is uh, right, when you have this type of news, rather than using a scalping type of algos, it is better to use a semi swing, right, a short swing type of algos, which is a momentum is a short swing type of thing. So it won't quickly exit, right? It will see like, okay, what is the overall momentum? Is it bullish or is it bearish? If it is bearish, it won't immediately come out of. If there is some right pullback, small pullback, it will think that, oh, overall market is still bearish momentum, bearish direction, let me wait to exit out. It will hold on to the trades until the momentum continues. Only when it sees a huge reversal in the direction, then only it will change its direction. So that's why this algo is very very good, right? Even whenever there is an event, I'll suggest that, oh, momentum is the best one for today, right? Let us look at real time example, right? If we had used momentum today, how it would have performed. So again, this one is good for NQ, MNQ, ES, MES, EMD, RTY. Generally, for these type of instruments, these type of tickers, this momentum algo is the best algo. It is like a best trending algo. Whether you have a uptrend or downtrend, this algo will work best. So let's take some example of, right, let's take a chart. Let us go with, right, generally we use 5 minutes Heikin. Let us take example of NQ. Or okay. Now let me enable. So I am enabling momentum algo. Generally momentum algo is good between 6 o'clock till 15:30 or 15 hours. So I am enabling between 6 a.m., right, which is like 060000, and then 15:30 means nearly 3:30 central or 3:30 eastern. And then you don't need to put a target profit, because you want to get as much profit as, when there is a trend, it may move 100, 200, 300 points. You don't want to just right, because whenever it takes a target, it will wait for the opposite signal. You don't want to quickly come out of the trade, right? But if you want to have a stop loss with NQ, generally we use 120 ticks. You can have 120 or 140, and right, target profit, you don't need to enable anything. And then whichever account, right, you want personal account, right? This is very good for your swing trading for personal accounts, and you can just enable it. And once you enable, right, just say apply. Okay, right? For example, today, right, morning around 14,326. Right, there was a trade after the news. Right, news came out because there was a right a new positive impact with the uh, jobless claims increasing. Initially, it went up from nearly 14,326. It went to 14,407, nearly 80 points. Right. Again, after that, again there was a drop. There was some choppiness around this time, but then you can see there was a huge downtrend. Right, nearly from 14,336, it went to 14,189. That means nearly 200 points drop, right? Or 150, 160 points drop. With one contract, it is nearly $3,000. And then you had, again, there is some upward momentum from 14,189. Again, at the end of the day, it started moving up because it was so much oversold. So it went down, and again, at the end of the day, it started moving up. So like this, whenever you have a news, whenever you have an event, for example, same thing if I enable instead of momentum algo, right? How many trades we have here? Approximately one. Then we have like around 6 or 7 trades throughout the day. Instead of momentum, let us say if I enable, let us say spectrum, right? Which is a scalping algo. I am removing momentum and I am using the same timing. I am also removing the target profit and I am just enabling this. Uh, right. Yeah. So basically, we'll generally have more choppy signals with spectrum compared to momentum. You have a lot of stop losses here, right? Close position. Then, so there are some extra trades or choppy trades which will happen in spectrum compared to momentum, because momentum will not exit out for small pullbacks. Whereas these are scalping algos, they will quickly come out. If they see sudden up and down movement, they will come out, and the choppiness can take away some of our profits. That is the major, right? You can see with whichever ticker you want, right? CL or ES or GC, whatever it is, you just enable momentum strategy and you compare it with other strategies. You see that whenever there is a good news event, then momentum will perform very well compared to other strategies. Right, for example, let us look at GC, gold. Right, gold is moving like from you got a buy somewhere here at 1993, you got a buy. And so even though there are some up and down movements, it is still because the overall trend is bullish on the, because of this war news and because of overall weakness in the tech sector, right? It went to nearly 2002. So because still gold is bullish, we may see up to 2010 also, right? Gold can move. So if you are using for personal accounts, you don't need to worry about too many entries, too many exits. You just take it, so it will hold it for longer period. So it took buy somewhere here before two or right, sometime yesterday afternoon. It is still holding it, right, the entire day, even though there are, right. For example, if you use a Prism or something, it might have already took some 10 trades by this time. But this will hold the trade for longer duration because it sees that overall direction is bullish. Uh, Let us look at the CL example. So CL, at what time you got a sell? right? You got a buy here at 83.28, and it exited the long position at 85.44, and then right, there is a huge drop. So like that, generally, whenever there is a change in the direction, it will close the long. And if there is no proper momentum, it won't open the short. Maybe tomorrow it may open. If it sees still CL is going down, it may open a new sell position. But whenever it takes a trade, whenever there is some news related to oil or something is going on, just enable it. You will make $2,000 to $3,000 within one trade. So like that, you can test with any ticker like RTY, YM, CL, Gold, ES. Whenever there is some news event, this is the best algo you can use. So with one trade itself, it will make a huge momentum or huge a big up move. Yeah, right. For example, right, you have a sell here 85.85. So again, right, if you are using on your trading your personal account, you don't need to worry about closing the trade at the end of the day, right? If you are doing for prop firms, you have to close it. But here, see how many days it is holding, right? Nearly at 83.5. After 1 or 2 days, it closed, and you made nearly 1,000 $1,500 profit. There are no up and downs, there are no choppy trades here, right? At 85.82, you did the short, and at 83.5, you bought it back. That means nearly $2,000 plus profit. And there are no too many trades. So if you want to use for your personal accounts, especially whenever there is some news event around, this is the algo you have to use. Generally, you can use on 5 minutes, or even you can use on 15 minutes. If you use on 15 minutes, you will see uh, much more benefit. So there won't be too many trades, but whenever it takes a trade, you will have nice gains. So this algo is for either 5 minutes or 15 minutes Heikinashi. It will take both the buy and sell. And whenever there is a news, whenever there is something going on, right? If the war is going on, or Fed rate hikes discussion is going on, there can be a sudden downward momentum, right? Your scalping algos, whenever there is a sudden pullback, also they will close the long, they will open a short. But this algo will hold the position until there is a proper confirmation of the reversal. Uh, yeah. So how to find a market? Generally, whenever you have news event, there will be a trending market. You can use 5 minutes Heikinashi for momentum. Always you can use 5 minutes Heikinashi. Uh, so any questions about this momentum algo before we get on to the next one? So one of the question is, how do we know, right, which is trending day or which is uh, right, a normal day? Basically, whenever there is some news event, whenever there is something going on, you will have a nice right, nice momentum in the market. You have to use that momentum. So you can go with 15 minutes, or if you want to close, right, for personal accounts, 15 minutes is best. If you want to use for apex type of prop firms, then 5 minutes is best, because you have to close the positions on the same day. So during night time also, it won't be so much choppy, right? Unless, yeah. So if you use, So generally, yeah, right, as I mentioned, you will be using this between right 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. CST. That is the best time to use this momentum. Whenever you have major events or whenever there is a positive or negative news, you have to use this algo instead of spectrum or prism. It looks at the trend momentum and it will take both short and long. Very good for personal accounts and good for prop firm accounts. And these are the various instruments. So this is our third algo. Let me take you to the next one, which is prism algo, right? Prism algo is basically your day trading algo. So spectrum is like a scalping algo, which will take trades for each and every candle, or maybe for every two candles, it will be taking trades. Whereas Prism algo is like a day trading algo. It may take 4 to 5 trades per day, right? If it sees that there is a bullish momentum, it will take the bullish trade, long trade. Then maybe after 1 hour, 2 hours, it may take a short trade. Again, after 1 hour, it may take a long trade. Again, there will be certain times where it will be choppy. If there is too much high volatility, right, between 8:30 to 8:45, 8:50, suddenly there will be up and down moves. Such type of right during that time we have to disable. But after 9 o'clock, 9 central, this is the algo which we can use for right for day trading. Generally, right? Again, this is one of the favorite algo for most of the members. They use it for NQ or ES or for GC or for CL. So the major difference between Spectrum and Prism is Spectrum will take multiple trades in the same direction. That means if there is a long, right? If there is a buy signal, if there are 20 candles between buy and sell, there might be 20 trades, right? 20 every 5 minute candle, there might be a buy like that. Whereas Prism will take just one buy signal and then wait until the end of the buy. That means there is only one trade instead of 20 trades. So there you may have to pay high commissions, but you are immediately taking the profits. Every $50, $100, you are booking the profits. Whereas Prism, you are taking a full $500, $600 profit with one trade itself. So both has its advantages and disadvantages. Again, let me take like show you a chart so it will be easy for you to understand. Again, let's take example of, let us take ES. First, let us look into spectrum algo. Right? For example, spectrum algo. Let us say because today there is event, a lot of news. We are running throughout the day, and generally for spectrum we give a target profit and target stop loss. So if it goes 40 ticks, we want to take profits. If it goes 80, or we generally give 20/40, right? 20, whenever it gives 20 ticks, moves, right? Whenever there is a buy, it should move 20 ticks, or whenever there is a sell, it should move 20, then we'll make profits. But whenever there is a buy, suddenly there is a sudden reversal, and if it goes on the other side by 40 ticks, then we'll make loss. So we'll give something like this. If we are using spectrum algo, you can see like how it will look like. Uh, right? Because I gave 6 to 3, so it will only show trades. For example, right, there is a reversal here, right? It went all the way up, there is a reversal, so RC sell, RC sell, RC sell, right? You can see that, right? There is a sell on this candle, it made a profit target. There is a sell, it made profit target, sell, profit target. Some choppy action here. Again, sell, profit target. It made the profit target, profit target. And then there is a change in the direction. From the bearish direction, it started moving on the other side. So there will be one either stop loss or a small loss here. And then again, market started moving to the other side. Again, buy, profit target, profit target. So for every one or two candles, you will take the profits. Same thing right? So for these things, what we need to do, always wait for the sell signal on the sim account. Whenever it happens, then you enable your account, your personal account or your Apex accounts. Then you will make all these profits, right? Otherwise, if you are enabling on somewhere here, for example, then suddenly the market is changing the direction. First trades, you may start with a stop loss or with a loss, and you may get demotivated. But if you wait for the actual sell signal and then enable the algo on your real accounts, then you will be making gains on all the further candles. So that is one major tip everyone should remember. So again, you see that, oh, it came all the way to the down. Then you disable the algo. Again, use the on the sim account. Suddenly you got a buy on the sim. Now again you enable it on the on your Apex account. Again you will make profit on the buy, profit target, profit target. Again it came all the way, or your colors changed from red, it changed to light red. That means there is going to be a change in the direction, like that. Again it went all the way up, again the color is changing. Again disable the algo, wait for the actual sell signal. Whenever sell happens, again enable it on your real accounts, right? That is how your spectrum will work, which is like a scalping algo. You will be booking profits on each and every candle, right? If it is going up, you are making profits on the buy transactions. If it is going down, you will make profits on the sell side. Same thing, instead of spectrum, if I enable, right, let us take the same thing, 20. Generally, right, for this one, right, whenever we use Prism, you don't want to give a target profit, because with spectrum, you know that it will take a lot of transactions in the same direction. If it is going up, it will take buy. If there are 10, 20 candles, it may take 10 to 20 different transactions. But with Prism, it will only take one transaction. For example, right, let us take this example so you will understand. I am giving the same parameters, like whatever I give in the spectrum, I am giving 20 ticks as my target, 40 as my stop loss. Say apply. Okay, right? And then what it did, if there is a sell, it did a sell, it took a profit target. There are no transactions at all. It will wait for the opposite side. And then there is a buy, it took a profit. You are missing all this move, right? It moved all this way, but you just took a $100, $200 profit. You just took $100 profit here. So that's why what we need to do is, whenever you are using Prism, don't give a target profit. When you are using Spectrum, you can give target profit, because it will give profit here, profit here, profit here, right? If there are 20 candles from top to down, it will give 20 profits. Or if there is going up, it will give 20 profits. But Prism will, whenever it gives a profit, it will wait for the opposite signal. So you are losing all this opportunity. Again, you lost all this opportunity to make the profit. So that's why what we'll do, we will remove, we should we should remove the target profit here, right? And then you just have a stop loss. If there is sudden move, you don't want to lose, you just have a stop loss, and then you enable it. Now, if you see, right, for the same trade, you made 40 to 70 to 40 to 51, nearly 20 points is $1,000, right? Again, from 40 to 51, it went all the way to 40 to 71, again, another $1,000. Again, there is a session close, but without a target profit, you got this. So again, what is the technique for this one, right? You have to always enter before you get a buy or sell, right? For spectrum, you have to always enter after you get a buy or sell, right? First you will use a sim account. When you have a buy on the sim account, then you will enable on your real account. But here you have to, because if already buy is there, right? For example, all the other members already right enabled it, 9 o'clock. They are already in the buy, but you are enabling the algo at 9:15. That means you have to wait all this time. Until that time, it won't take any signal. But Spectrum will take it, right? On every candle, it will take a buy, even though you enable at 9 or 9:15. You will have opportunity to make this move. But when you are using Prism, you will miss that opportunity. So for that, there is a tip. What you need to do is always keep your sim account in 3 minutes I can actually, let us say, right? Because generally during US hours, especially whenever there is an event, we will, right, we will be using 5 minutes, right, whenever there is volume. So let's say if you are using, uh, okay, there is no session. So for example, right, you will have your sim account on the 2 minutes, right? Generally, right, what do you think, right, where the buy or sell will happen first, on a 2 minute or on the 5 minutes? You can put it in the chat window. Where, right, where the buy and sell signals will come first? Will it happen on a 2 minute time frame or 5 minutes time frame? Right, generally 2 minutes. That means it is looking for direction on the 2 minutes, and then it will decide that, oh, market is moving in the other side. So it will, right, you can use 2 minute or 3 minute. And on 3 minutes, you are on a sim account. On 3 minutes, if you are getting a buy or sell, now you can enable on 5 minutes with your real account, right? Real Apex account. In that way, you will, right, before the algo is going to give a buy or sell on the 5 minutes, on the 3 minutes, you got a clue that, okay, there is a change in the direction. 3 minutes is, or 2 minutes is giving me a buy or sell alert. Now let me use my real account and put it in the algo. So now whenever the 5 minutes, right? So after 3 minutes is giving, maybe next 2 minutes or 3 minutes, the 5 minutes time frame will give the signal. So you will have one chart with 3 minute time frame with a sim account, and you will have one chart with 5 minutes with a real Apex account. So you will not enable the Apex account or your individual account until the 3 minute one gives a buy or sell. Whenever this gives a buy or this gives a sell, now you will go, you will enable the other one. Then you are entering, right, you are entering before the change in the trend, right? 5 minutes is a strong signal compared to 2 or 3 minutes. So on 5 minutes, if it is giving a sell, there might be next 5 6 candles, 7 candles, there might be a drop. You will take advantage of all that drop. So for Spectrum, you will use a sim account. Whenever sim gets a buy or sim gets a sell, you will enable your Apex accounts. Whereas in for Prism, you will use a 2 minute time frame or 3 minute time frame with your sim account. Whenever a buy or sell happens on that 3 minutes on your sim account, now you will go to the 5 minute time frame window, and then you will enable your Apex accounts. So it will, right, whenever there is a sell, you will have some momentum. Whenever there is a buy, you will have some momentum, right? It may be 20 points, 30 points. 30 points is also like nearly five, $600 with NQ. Whenever NQ gives a buy or sell, minimum it will move 20 to 30 points. But only thing is you have to, right? If you are enabling somewhere here on 5 minutes, you are just wasting, right, all your time waiting for the opposite signal. But if you are using a 3 minute time frame and enabling it here, then you can take advantage of all that big moves, right? Especially on event days, right? Whenever you have news, right? After momentum, Prism is the second best, because those days you will have a big moves up, right? It went down 300 points, again it went up 100 150 points up, like that. You have such big moves on these event days, right? Whether you use ES or NQ will make a lot more bigger moves. ES is comparatively less volatile compared to NQ, and right, less risky, because NQ suddenly can drop 30 40 points, hit your stop loss. But ES, generally such type of sudden moves will not happen compared to NQ. So you can use, if you are a new trader, always use ES to start with, or right, compared to NQ, it is less risky, less volatile. And whenever there is a buy or sell, it also moves nearly 50, right? If NQ moves 100 points, ES may move 30 points, 30 to 40 points. So, and this one gives for every 1 point, it gives $50. NQ gives $20 for every 1 point move. So here also you have nice money, but it won't be right as much volatile or as much right. You will be right tensed when suddenly you take NQ, suddenly it drops 20-30 points. You get panicked and you will close in a loss, or you will right. You will be worried. But yes, because it is not so volatile, you can. This is a good candidate for your prism, right? For NQ, momentum is good on event days. Prism is good with ES, RTY, YM, EMD, all these things. Again, Spectrum is also good, but only thing is you are, if there are 20 trades from here to here, you are paying 20 into 5, $6 as commission. So you are nearly 100, $200 is gone in the commissions. You might have made $600 profit, but you are paying $200 as a commission on your individual accounts. Even if it is Apex accounts, Apex is not directly charging you, but whatever profit you are making, right? You have to make $3,000 as a challenge. But out of that 3,000, if you made 600, they are saying like, okay, out of 600, 200 is for commissions, 400 is your profit. So that is the disadvantage with Spectrum. But the advantage is you are immediately booking the profits, right? Here, suddenly it drops all the way. Suddenly there is a sudden news. Suddenly, if it picks up, you may miss a lot of this profit. But there you are booking profit for every candle. So even there is sudden news, you already got all these profits in. So like this, each algo has their own advantages, disadvantages. You need to understand, right? Okay, if there is some major event, some news is there, then okay, momentum is my number one, Prism is my number two. If there is no major news, it is just a range market, right? Let me go with Spectrum Algo, right? My second best is Prism on the range days, right? Or if I want to take low risk, I don't want to worry about a 2 minute, 5 minute time frames, or whether event is there or not, right? Your Wealthium, you while you are sleeping, if there is some bullish momentum in the Europe time, it will automatically may take some trades and make you money. If there is no bullish momentum, it won't take any trade, right? The risk is very, very low, 97% success. So like that, you have to see which one is better for your profile, or which one you feel is good, and you can just enable that algo and use that algo. So right, once you understand, right, how these algos work, or how, right, when to enable, right? Okay, if it is Spectrum, I have to use a sim account first. If there is a buy or sell on the sim account, then I will enable my real account. Or if it is a right, again, the algo is helping us to remove the emotions, right? We don't need to worry about when to buy, when to sell. It is giving the buy. Only thing you are doing is just a right click and just enable box. Again, whenever it gives a sell, again right click, disable the box or enable the box. That's it, right? It is your one like less than a minute job, or less than few seconds job of just go to the strategies, and then, right, for example, on the Apex account, on the sim account, you got it. Now you will change from sim account, you will change to your Apex ID, and you will just click this enable button. That's it. Then algo will take care of whenever it sees, right, there might be a 100 point drop, 200 point drop, 300 point up. It will take all the benefits, right? If we are doing manual trading, right, whenever it gives $200 profit, we will be tempted to take the profits, right? Because we don't want to, we will be worried that we may lose the profit if we wait for more time. We'll lose all these big opportunities, right? But the algos will help us to, right, as long as if you are watching it, immediately you see a red signal, you will get tempted to close it. But you enable it and you take care of your primary job, it will go until the point, and then it will close whenever it sees a real reversal, right? Again, whenever it says immediately, right, we may hold the position, right? For example, you shorted here, we may hold it thinking that okay, it may come down again, but the algo immediately it sees that, oh, it is changing the direction, it will take a loss, it will again go into the buy, right? That's what, right, human, right, as humans we'll use our emotions, our assumptions, and we will be losing on the trades. But right? There might be some one or two losing trades, right? If we see that first three trades in the choppy time, you disable it, then you see that it suddenly gave 2000 profit, 3000 profit later. So that's why, right? You can always use with micros, 2 micros, 3 micros, and then you are, even though you have some losses, they will be small losses. But whenever you have this type of move, right, nearly a 200, 300 points drop on NQ, right, which is like nearly $6,000 with one contract. If you are doing with two contracts, three contracts, you can assume like how much potential, right, like that. So, right, as humans, we, right, again, you can do same thing, right? On ES, you can do NQ, you can do RTY, YM, EMD, because all of them move in the same direction. If NQ is dropping, ES also will drop. Then your YM also will drop. So you cannot manually look at 4 or 5 charts, but you can open these charts, enable the same algo. Then on each Apex account, use one thing. Then if ES is dropping, then you will make 2000 here, 2000 here, 2000 here. If you have 10 charts, then you may use MES, MNQ, right, like that. You will make money on the minis, money on the micros. So algos will help us to, do that multitasking with multiple tickers, multiple charts, and we don't need to worry about when to buy, when to sell. It will, especially, right, you don't need to trade throughout the day. If you trade between 9 to 10:30 or 9:15 to 10:30, right, or between 1:30 to 2:45 central, or 9:15 to 10:30 central, that is where there will be a lot of volume. That is where there will be some news. That is where you will see these big drops or big movements. So only thing you have to remember, okay, if I want to use momentum, events are the best days. If I want to use spectrum, I have to enable a sim account. Whenever there is a buy or sell, then I have to enable my actual account. If there is a prism, I have to use a 2 minute or 3 minute Heikenhashi on a sim account. Whenever it gives a buy on the sim account, then I have to use 5 minute time frame with my real Apex account or real prop account, so that you have, that means you are entering somewhere here, right? You are exact, if 3 minutes is giving a signal somewhere here, immediately you are entering here on the 5 minutes, right? Then you are able to take the buy exactly in the right time. If you are entering, right, enabling the algo somewhere here, you are just waiting for 2 hours watching the screen and thinking like, oh, algo is not taking any trades because you did not enter at the right place, right? Again, for first few days you feel like, oh, this is taking a lot of time, but once you get the logic, again, right, you don't need to trade or watch the screen just to 9:30 to 10:30. That is good enough, right? You use these examples, making 200, $300 is not difficult if you just use right, whatever I explained. Whenever there is a event day, use momentum. Whenever there is a range day, use spectrum. Whenever there is a, right, it is in between momentum and choppy, or it is a event, right, there is some news, then prism is like number two, momentum is number one for events, and spectrum is number one for range days. Prism is like in between momentum and spectrum. So once you remember these rules, and making 200, 300 is not difficult if you just spend time between 9:30 to 10:30 every day, right? You don't need to, throughout the day you need to trade. Just some time is good enough uh, to make that. And prism on NQ on 2 minutes and 5 minutes, right? Same thing, whether NQ or they right. This is like 2 minutes, right? If you do the same thing in 5 minutes, this is like your 5 minutes. Generally, whenever there is event days, during US hours, we use 5 minutes. During non-US hours, once market is over, we will use 2 minutes. And Yeah, you can use for natural gas, you can use for NQ, you can use for ES, RTY. I'll go to start with. I suggest, right, Prism. Prism is the best one as per my experience, because you don't, again, some people, some members also like Spectrum because you quickly see the profits. But again, you don't want to take too many trades, just one trade, you make some 400, $500 quickly. Prism is the best one. Yeah, whenever you use too high Kanashi, yeah, you don't need to use TPR stop loss. Uh, yeah, you can open trade manually and Algo will take over. If you just miss the reversal, uh, Prism, yeah, you need stop loss if you are using 5 minute Heiken-Ashi, but if you are doing on 2 minutes, for example, if you want to trade now, right, gold is moving really good. So I took a trade earlier because meeting is starting. I closed in $200 profit, but right, for example, you see it is moving good, right? It took a short here, it closed, it took a long here, and now you can see, right, RC by 1993.9. Now it is like around 97, 98, nearly $400 plus. So you can also use 2 minutes during evening times when volume is less. You just go with 2 minutes. So again, right, you just enable the algo. You don't need to worry about anything. Enable the algo in 2 minutes with no TP, no stop loss, because the algo will automatically reverse the position. Whenever it sees that it is going down, it will close the long, it will open the short. Again, when it comes down, it will close the short, it will open the long. So you don't need to worry, right, about the whenever, especially you are using smaller time frames like 1 minute, 2 minutes, you don't need to put any TP or stop loss for Prism. For Spectrum, you can put some TP and stop loss because it takes multiple profits during this journey. It takes profit here, profit here, profit here. So with Spectrum, you can always put a target profit and stop loss, but with Prism, on higher time frames, you don't put any target, but you will put a stop loss. On lower time frames like 2 minutes, you don't even need to put any target or stop loss. Yeah, Algo will look at price action, right? If it sees that, right, generally from the top, right, once it starts moving, then around the midpoint, it takes a trade. Then it waits all the right, it may go up, 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 and again it starts slowly coming down. Again, somewhere at the center, it will again take a shot. Again, if there is a big momentum down, again it will come all the way down. You will make profit. Whenever it comes back and comes to the midpoint, again it takes a long. So whenever it is going from bottom to top, at the midpoint it takes a long. And you have these green and red candles. So if green, you take a long. Whenever you see a red, take a short. Again green, take a long. Again, until you see green, just hold on to the long. Whenever this candle turns to a red candle, take a short. Close the long, take a short. If you are manually trading, right? If you are just giving to the algo will wait for some time until the midpoint and then it takes a trade. If you are here, then immediately you see that, oh, suddenly it started moving. Then here it took for after two or three candles, right? It waited for enough confirmation. But if you are doing manually, color changed and just you take it. Red to green, take it, take the long. Green to red, take a short. So for example here, right, you can just enable any algo on any day and you can see that, okay, when was the buy, when was the sell, right? If you would have executed manually on the day, how much you would have made, right, without using our emotions, right? Just you do like a robo. You see a buy or you see a green candle, take a long. You see a red, take a short. You see a right, generally in Heikinashi, if you have a top wick, that is bullish. If you see a bottom wick, it is bearish. If you see a top and bottom, that is like indecision. That means it is not either bullish or bearish. So here it is not bullish or bearish. So this is bullish candle, this is bullish candle. It is not bullish nor bearish, so you will ignore it. It is bullish, it is bullish, it is bullish. It is right in between. It is bullish. Again, it is indecision, indecision, indecision. Again, indecision, bullish, bullish, indecision, bullish. Right? All the way here, you got all bullish. Suddenly here, right, you have a bearish. So you took a long here and you can take a short here, nearly right 100 to $100 on one contract. Again, you have bearish, bearish, bearish. Suddenly, bullish started like that, right? By looking at the candle color or body type, also you can do manual trading, right? For example, now, right before the meeting start, I took something, right? I saw that it is at the bottom and the color changed. I took a long. Immediately, we made some $200 on all the accounts. So it went to nearly $400 plus, right? I gave the target like okay 96, 98. It touched the targets, right? From 94 it started. It completed nearly 98. So yeah, actually yeah. So like that, just you have to take time to explore. You have to take time to practice. There is a huge potential because not only our individual accounts you can use with these prop firms. There are a lot of prop firms, and all these prop firms mostly use Ninja Trader. That means you can use the same algos with all those different prop firms, right? If you have Apex account, Apex will give you 20 personal, right, 20 performance accounts. Each performance account can be 50K, 100K, 200K, 300K. And once you start making money with Apex with the same effort, with the same algo, with the same learning, right? Now you do the same thing with some other company, some other company, some other company, right? During COVID, we worked for two or three IT companies, right? But here you can work with 20 different companies with the same effort, right? There you may have to write a different code for different companies, but here you are using the same algo, you are using the same buy and sell, but for different prop firms. Every prop firm pays 80 to 90% of profits to you for once you take time to understand and explore the algos. Right? Again, not every trade will make money, but overall we'll be in green compared to manual trading. We'll be making much better decisions because there'll be some choppy trades, but one big trade like this will give 400, $500. One big trade like this will give 400, 500. So don't worry about $100 loss. The next trade may be giving four, $500 or right. NQ, we saw that initially it was little choppy. Then it gave $2,000, $3,000 on the down, another $1,000 on the up. So like that, we'll have opportunities each and every day, especially in this year. Market has lot of news, lot of meetings. Also, every news will help us because market will move up, market will move down. Whenever it moves so much down, it will come back again to certain point. Whenever it goes so much top, it will come back to the certain point. So it is right that volatility, that news is good for us. Whenever we have that, let us take the opportunity and make money, right? Because if you don't have any news, nothing is going on, market will be just flat, choppy. Then we cannot make money. But when you have war is going on or some inflation, Fed rates, so many things are going on. So market can move up, move down, right? And first 4 5 months we saw bullish momentum. Again, last 2 months, again we are seeing again market going down. Again, tomorrow we may see market going up, right? Because last 5 to 6 days it is completely bearish. We right suddenly reversal started in last 1 hour. We may see market again going up tomorrow, right? So like that you have an opportunity, right? With so many events, so many meetings, so many reports, there is lot of opportunity, but manually we cannot, right, control our emotions. So it is always good to use these algos and take the best advantage, but you have to take some time to understand them. You have to look at the big picture, right? If you if right to make some additional right to make a salary like a doctor will study for nearly right 6 to 7 years, again does lot of internships, lot of practice for 2 3 years. We can make the same or more income than a doctor here, but we need some minimum some weeks or weeks of preparation, right? Not 10 years or something. But are we ready to put that to 10 weeks, 12 weeks, right? Every day we are making $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, right? So again, how we are doing, using the algos, using them as indicators. So if it is choppy, we can just use the colors, or we can use the shapes of the candles. We can take manual. If it is trending, if there is some event, then just let algos take the trades. So, but once you get it, you have that potential, because with same effort, you can scale up like anything. You can use multiple firms, multiple companies, multiple prop firms. And once you get it, not only futures, you have forex also. Again, there are 20 companies for forex trading. You use the same algos with USD JPY, USD Canada. Again, every day you can make huge money with forex also. That's what, right? Try to understand, try to practice, try to explore. Then you have a huge potential to make. So Wealthium is low risk strategy, and you have, yeah, timings to be enabled is EST. Yeah, so Europe market for 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Right. If you are, yeah, 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. in EST is 12:01 a.m. for PST. Right. How to put support and resistance indicator in the chart? You have to, right? If you are a monthly subscriber, you can send a message to our support team. They will give you license to resistance, support resistance indicator. You have to go to indicator, right? Just like strategies, you will select indicators. Then you will see right choice folder. Under that, you will see support and resistance indicator. What is the process to start with this algo in personal account and Apex account? Again, right? What you can do is, you can, right, before starting with personal account, always do on, right, these prop firm accounts, because your risk is minimal. Now Apex is running a 90% off. That means your risk is only $17 for the account, right? So you will get practice, right? How to trade without hitting the stop loss, how to trade carefully. All that will help you with your personal trading. So you start with those accounts, then get the bots, lease for the bots, and then you basically practice on your SIM accounts or on these Apex accounts. And then once you get confidence, once you start making money with Apex, then you can also use on your, right. If you have IBK, or you have Ninja Trader, or whatever, right. Even this one will allow you to connect to other brokerages. You can pay them a license fee, and you can use that. Like that, you can do that. But you can, right, you can send a mail to me. I will send you all the details. I am pasting my email address here. Sorry. Yeah, please contact Srini, is our technical architect, and Bhargav is our support member. You can, if you have any technical issues related to algos, Srini will help you. If you need any licensing or anything, Bhargav, you can ping him on the Telegram. He's part of our channel. So if you ping him, he will immediately help you with any license related things. Srini, if you have any issues in enabling the algos or anything, he's doing a great job, and he will help you. Uh, right, and especially if you are using NQ, it is so volatile, right? Sometimes Prism, you will see $1,000 profit, NQ suddenly drops 20 points. So suddenly because these algos will always wait for the candle close, right? They will not immediately, right? If you are in a 2 minute candle, it will wait for close of 2 minutes to take a buy or sell decision. Suddenly within the 2 minutes, if there is a drop, then it may, right, you may see $1,000 profit, but because it is waiting for the 2 minutes to complete the long or short, suddenly you may see that your profit reduced to 400, $500. Uh, yes, it gives a report of total profit for the day, right? How many stop loss, how many profits, everything. You can apply for natural gas and lot of other tickers also. Yeah, buy sell can happen in choppy market. Yeah, buy sell will happen, but only thing is, if you have a big momentum, you will make money. But if it is just going up and going down, just moving up 2 points, moving down 2 points, because it is waiting for confirmation, double confirmation, right? It is not just taking here because suddenly it may go up and suddenly it may drop or it may go further up and up, right? It cannot take a shot here. It want to make sure it is coming really down. So that's why it will wait for it to come to some place here. Then it takes a shot. Right? Otherwise, if it takes a shot at the top, it may, right? Even though it is the top of the band, it may continue for another 10 candles. It may continue to go up. So it will wait for actual reversal to happen. And when it is coming back to the midpoint, it will take it. Uh, right, for example, in this example, right, you can see that it went to the top, but it will keep on going up, right? It touched the top of the band, but it did not come down. It went up, went up, went up, went all the way up here. So like this, right? So the candle it will wait, algo will wait until the candle comes and touches the midpoint to close the long trade. And again, when it is going from the bottom to the top, again it will wait for the midpoint to close the trade, because that is like double confirmation. It is not just to close opening a short here or opening a long here, because it can keep on going up. It wants to wait for really it is reversal or is it a fake breakdown or fake breakup. So right, you see all these examples. So if it just takes at a top, it may take short here, but you will lose all these profits. So yeah, you can open any chart and you can see like, okay, if you would have taken gold today, how much you would have made. Like that, you can see, or you can run the strategy analyzer, all those things. Uh, I think, yeah, basically light and dark greens means very bullish, right? Light greens means the bullishness is going down. Again, the dark red means bearish. Light red means again bearishness is slowly coming down. Mm. So if you have, right, like this, uh, what else? Yeah, if you go to right choice advisor, right? If you go to YouTube and search on right choice advisors, right? You have the spelling here. You will see all the videos about everything, right? How what is Apex, how to complete the challenge, or how to install the bots, how to buy the bots, or every right. You have every step by step. You have all the videos are there on the channel. Just you have to go to YouTube and search for right choice advisors. We did many 20 to 30 live trading sessions where we used different members machines and if we limit to 300 $400 target profit, it is easy. But if we want 2000 3000 every day, some days we may make it, some days we may lose it. If we aim for too much of if we want too much of profits. But if you just want 200 300, right, we just between 9:30 to 10:30 enable prism for few minutes on ES or NQ, then you will quickly make it. Whenever it gives a buy, it will move some 10 20 points up, then just close for the day. That's it. Uh, right. Yeah, I think I answered all the questions, and yeah, let's make uh, yeah, right. Again, market will give opportunities every day, right? Every day there will be uh, opportunities either upside or downside. There will be few hours where it will be choppy. We have to avoid trading during that time, right? If the band size is like very squeezed here, right? For example, let us say If you see like between 4:30, right, this is Eastern Standard Time, right, between this time, right, there is very low volume. But here if you see, right, around 2:30 to 3, there is a huge amount of volume. The band size is huge, right? There is a huge band size here. There is a close, again there is a buy, right? It came all the way down from 95.5 to 93, again 93 to 95, again. So like that, when your band size is big, right, then you, if your candles are big, that is where you will make a lot of money. If your candles are small, small, small like this, with a big wick on the top and bottom, that means it is like a choppy time. So if you have a big body and a big wick at the bottom, that means that is a lot of bearish, huge bearish signal. If you have a big green candle with wick on the top, that is like a big bullish indication. So that means that is a good time to. But if you have candles like this, right, at the top and at the bottom, you have a wick. Right, there is a wick at the top, at the bottom. That is like it is neither bullish nor bearish. That is where we can make losses. Right. If you see there is a red, that is like a losing trade. If you see there is a green, it is a winning trade. You made huge profits here. Again, you made huge profits here. So again, it's all about learning practice. Once you understand, right, how to read the candle, how to read the wick, how to read the band size, you will slowly learn one by one, and you can either manually you can make money on choppy days, or when if it is a trending days, then just enable the algos. Algos will do all the job for you. So yeah, if bot took a trade, you can always close the trade, right? For example, if bot took a trade, if it took a long, you want to close it, you can just go and do sell market. Again, as I mentioned, there are multiple bots. So if you want the first bot, it is 499 per month. If you want any additional bots, it is additional $100 per month. It is up to you whether you want to just go with one bot or you want to go with two or three bots based on the market, based on the day, right? For example, today morning I mentioned there are a lot of news events. Best one is momentum to use. So if somebody used momentum, they would have made two to $3,000 with NQRE yesterday. So yeah, you right. There are some members who will let bot take the trade, and when they see 200, $300 profit, they will close the trade. Or whenever it takes a sell, they see some $200, they will close the trade. It is up to us how you want to use it. It is completely up to you. You want to completely keep it for bot to do it, or you want to see 200 profit, 300 profit, close it. So it is right based on your experience and other things. You can do that. So yeah, that's it, everyone. We'll have more sessions like this. I'll explain about we have two more algos, and there are a lot more good things which are coming up. I'll explain about one by one. So I don't want to right give too much of info in same session. It will right. It will be confusing between different algos. So that's where last week we looked at Wealthium and Spectrum. Today we looked at Prism and Momentum. Maybe next week we'll look at Optimum. We'll look at quantum. So you will understand, and then you can take better decisions on which algo to enable, which parameters to use, like that, right? Which tickers to use with that algo. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Talk to you again in next week.